Hello, everyone. I'm Fyruz Khan, and I'm back again with something new. We showed you in the previous session or class, we showed you how to write answers for section A, a 2 mark answer, a 3 mark answer, and and then a 5 mark answer. I've showed you how to write a good answer if you want to get a 5 out of 5. If you get 3 out of 5, then what happens? How do you have to write? And then what's a bad answer? We need to learn from the bad answers as well. So now, today we're back with section B, and we will look at essay type questions. Okay, so there you go. And don't worry, this presentation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link of OneDrive, and you can download this presentation. I will also put a link, to a PDF which actually shows you on how to write a good answer. Okay, it is by Cambridge. So, uh, so let's take question 5. And before diving into the session, if you haven't subscribe to our YouTube page, please subscribe it right now. Just type in Fyruz Education Services, and that's it. Okay. There are plenty of educational content and videos which are absolutely free, no money at all. 57% of our viewers have not subscribed to our channel, so please do subscribe. Thank you very much. So, question 5. Part A. With the aid of an appropriate diagram, explain the stages of a product life cycle. It's a very common question. Again, for a 5 mark or for an 8 mark or for 10 marks, you may get this kind of question. So it is something very, very common. So let's have a look at it. And what should you write? Let's have a look at the mark scheme. So you have to, first of all, they've asked you to write with the aid of an appropriate diagram. Aid means with the help of a diagram. So you need to have a diagram, and we know for product life cycle we have a diagram. We have a diagram for product life cycle. We have a diagram for Maslow's theory. We have a diagram for break-even chart. So don't forget. Okay, we have a diagram for critical path analysis. So there are 4 5 diagrams, or I think 5 in A levels business studies. You want to practice and go to the exam hall. These diagrams are quite important. So, however, for product life cycle, we need to draw the diagram, and we need to show the 4 5 different stages. For example, research and development, introduction, growth, maturity, decline, and then you need to explain each stages. Okay, and what happens in each stages. Okay, so that's the mark scheme, and let's look at it. um Okay, so this is answer, and this answer, as you can see, looks quite good, quite neat. Okay, it's neatly written into paragraphs. That's the first thing that attracts me, or attracted me when I saw this answer. And so this person in the beginning has given a definition of this diagram, that a product life cycle shows the fluctuation in the sales of a product, okay, from the introduction to the withdrawn stage. Okay, very clear. Define what product life cycle is, and then this person has supported with it with a diagram. So define is there, knowledge is there, application is also there. Okay, so there we go, define knowledge. And then this part is analysis. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, this part is analysis. And as you can see, they've explained introduction, they have explained growth stage and maturity and decline. Okay, and what happens when you launch a new product? You have a lot of marketing cost, your sales will be low, marketing expenses will be high, people will not know your product, you will have a lot of expenses. These are the things that you need to write. And then growth stage, people will come to know about your product, but still your marketing expenses will be high. Okay, but people will start knowing your product. Okay, money is coming in, but you have started to recover, but it's not anything huge. Maturity is the stage where people know about your product, and your marketing expenses now will go down. And here, for example, in the introduction stage, you're going to use informative marketing strategy. Informative. Because when you launch a new product, people are not aware of your product. For example, when we started our institution back in 2015, people didn't know about our institution. So we used a lot of informative advertising, informing people about what we do, our products, our services, what do we offer, right? Um, so that's informative. But then when you go down in the later stages, when you are a matured company, when 5 6 years have passed, uh, you really can't um, talk about the same thing. So market your product or service or company in the same way. No, it is not possible. So what you need to do is you need to shift to persuasive, informative to persuasive, because people already know about your company, people already know about your product, people already know about your services. So what you need to inform them is you need to tell them about a USP of your product, how it's different, what's so special about you, how can you attract them. Okay. And then comes, of course, the decline stage. And here, nothing has worked. Your expenses are going up. There are a lot of competitors. The competitors are doing better than you. Okay. You have no kind of advantage. And there you go. And then this person has also written a very good evaluation. Okay. Like the life cycle may depend from product to product. Okay. And you could extend the life cycle using extension strategies. So important, right? Let's say your product is going up, lots of sales, but then the sales are falling because the product is outdated, technology is old. So you refresh that product. For example, you have iPhone 9, you make iPhone 10. You refresh. When you refresh the product or launch a new product, the sales again, it goes up. And this is why you have new products coming up. Coke Zero, and Diet Coke, and iPhone 9, iPhone 10. I watch this and that, right? Let's say Pringles, this flavor and that flavor. There you go. So this person also had a very, very good evaluation, and it's beautiful. Okay. So yeah, and if we look at part B, part the question of part B was discuss how a business might use product lifecycle. So we've talked about product lifecycle, but how can you use them? The use is here. There you go. You have to talk about it. Okay. Informative advertising. That in this phase you need to use informative advertising. In that phase, persuasive, and then product lifecycle talks about the four P's: product, price, promotion, and place. Right. Um, and then the student has talked about in different stages you have different pricing strategy. When you're introducing a product, you will have skimming pricing strategy or penetration pricing strategy. Skimming means the prices are going to be high in the beginning, and penetration means the prices are going to be low. You're going to penetrate the market with a very low price. Okay. um, and there you go. So in each and every stage you talk about marketing, you talk about pricing strategy, you talk about the sales level, profit level. Okay, what happens in this stage, what happens in that stage, how does the sales level look like? Okay. And this person has written a lot of keywords. Okay, marketing mix, integrated marketing mix, and blend in. Um, and they also had a very good evaluation paragraph, right? A well integrated marketing mix draws with the aid of product lifecycle helps greatly in claiming a competitive edge. So this person has given the opinion, point of view, evaluation, and lots of keywords. Okay, just look at it: product portfolio, balanced product portfolio, and so on. So the English is not perfect, but there are lots of keywords, okay? And there are lots of theories and concepts are used. Okay. However, they didn't talk about marketing expenditure a lot. They didn't talk about profit levels in each stage or sales revenue in each stage. That was just missing. But apart from that, I think it's good. Okay, so here you just talk about the stages. That okay, what's an introduction stage? You make a product, you don't get a lot of profit, and so on. Describe, and then how can companies use it, right? So examiners comment in section A, this person had an appropriate diagram with all the stages of product life cycle. Each of them were analyzed, identified. The description and analysis were of high quality. The features were there. A good demonstration were there, with detailed understanding. And they had a very good evaluation. So again, if you look at this answer, definition was there. They defined it again. Definition, knowledge is there, AO1. And then this part, application, um, some kind of example is given. Okay, analysis, example is given, and then comes analysis. This part is analysis, AO3, and then AO4, evaluation here. When you have these four components, AO1, AO2, AO3, AO4, definition, knowledge, analysis, evaluation, you get good grades. And for part B, the answer referred to business studies concepts, reminded the focus of the question. They talked about marketing mix, they talked about USP, product differentiation, and so forth. And this is why this person has was awarded 18 out of 10. Very, very high grade, 18 marks. Okay. Let's have a look at one more answer for question A. Question A was aid of an appropriate diagram, explain the stages of product life cycle. The same question, yes, we see the diagram. In this case, this person has also gone forward and included research and development. You can, if you want, it's nothing wrong. In some books, you have 4 stages. In some books, it's 5 stages. They've explained every stage as well. The writings are very small, but I'm going to include this document and presentation on the detailed, on the description page. Please find it, okay? Or you can leave your email address. I can email it to you if you want. Uh, right. So it has been explained, okay? The stages has been explained. Part A is good, not bad, right? But it wasn't. Uh, it missed a lot of stuff. Okay, for example, the expenditure or the sales level of each stages were not given. They didn't talk about the pricing strategies like this person, okay, like the previous person. No, they didn't talk about skimming pricing strategy or penetration pricing strategy. And then this person has written, they will play with prices in order to increase the output. They didn't use keywords like competitive pricing strategy. No, all those were missing. But then it was good, not bad. Okay. Um, then you have part B. Part B was basically part B. The question was discuss how a business might use a product life cycle to plan the marketing of a product. Okay. So if we look at part B, what happens is if we look at part B, what happens is there you go. Um, they've talked about it, but a lot of things were missing. Okay, the stages or saturation and introduction are the ones which need more marketing, and they've talked about just marketing and promotion. These are just generalization and nothing else. They only pointed out marketing activities. It was a mere generalization. They did not talk about theories like persuasive advertising, informative advertising, skimming or penetration pricing strategy. They did not talk about profit level, sales level. They did not talk about how consumers react to different stages. No, they did not talk about marketing expenditure, whether it's high, whether it's low. No, they did not. Okay. And this is why the examiner has given a very harsh comment. Yes, answer A was good. A few more examples, a few more development would have been better. But then in part B, uh, the student did not sufficiently exploit the conceptual platform. It means examiner is trying to say this person has not used any theories or concepts at all. It was quite limited. Let's see, disappointingly quite limited. So that was a huge issue. Okay, you can compare them. There were just few keywords, and this is why this person has received 12 out of 20, which is a poor grade. If you want to get an A, 12 is not the way to go. You have to get a 17, you have to get an 18. So this should be your model answer. This is how you need to write an answer. Then, if we go forward again, if we go ahead, then of course you have to do one question from section B. So I did one question already, but also I want to show you how to write a 20-mark answer. Because don't just think, okay, question 5 seems easy because it has two parts. I'll get marks easily. But if you have a question that you're quite familiar with or you're very good with, then you should attempt it. For example, this question: discuss how the management of an airline might motivate its cabin crew. You should make reference to relevant motivation theories you've studied. If I were a student, I would have attempted this question because there's a lot to talk about motivation. And because I have studied motivation really well and I'm also a teacher, but you could write a lot in motivation. There's so many things to write, and you could draw diagrams, and you could do a lot with it. Okay, and just do one question. I think you can also save a lot of time. So let's have a look. So, mark scheme here you have to talk about, because when you talk about motivation, motivation is about financial methods, non financial methods, theories. Maslow's theory, Taylor's theory, Herzberg's theory, theory X, theory Y, all those things need to be there. Financial methods, okay, paying wages, paying salaries, piece rates, non financial methods like trading and quality circle and so on. And then theories: Taylor's theory, Herzberg's theory, theory X, theory Y, Maslow's theory, and you can also draw Maslow's diagram if you want. Okay, so that's the mark scheme. And let's have a look at this answer. Again, it looks good. It has very good paragraphs, right? The diagram is there. And if you see, first of all, they have defined motivation. So the first thing is knowledge and understanding, AO1. Got it? Okay. And one interesting to note here is, first of all, motivation means a sense of job satisfaction which results from satisfying the cabin crew. Where did the cabin crew come from? In the question, cabin crew. So this person has cleverly integrated the question with the answer. And this is quite good. It's called integration. And this integration is good. You have to integrate in paper 2, and you definitely have to integrate in paper 3. So you can just mention, you can look at the question and see what they're talking about and include that in your answer. This shows that you're paying attention. Got it? Okay. So there you go. Um, Cabin crew. Okay, so they've mentioned it twice here. Motivated by money, non financial methods. See, this person did not write financial methods. This person wrote motivated by money. It's still right. The meaning is right, means it's still right. Okay, this person has talked about workers' pay, bonuses, customer satisfaction, company's share of profits. So, financial methods are there. Okay, sense of fulfillment is there, motivation theories. Okay, um, setting targets, objective, intangible, salary, theory X, theory Y, Maslow's diagram is there, delegation is there, salary is again, it's there, okay? Um, Maslow is there. Somewhere, I think Taylor is also there, if I'm not. Job enlargement is there. Training is there. These are all non financial methods. team working is there. Again, this person has talked about cabin crew. Okay. Contractual pay is there. So lots and lots of keywords and concepts and theories. And let me tell you, it's not only talking about concepts and theories of motivation. Sometimes you may have to talk about concepts and theories from other chapters. Okay, they're motivated, and then link motivation with HR or finance or strategic management or people in business, the first unit. So writing business answers is you have to connect different chapters and keywords. So we see that knowledge and understanding is there, application is there, example is there, analysis is there, and then you have evaluation. Okay, though evaluation could have been better, probably the student did not have much time. Be careful, this happens. You're writing an answer very nicely, you're taking your time, but at the end you see 3 minutes left and you quickly write down the evaluation, and it feels like that. Look at the handwriting, it feels like that. Okay, so time management is something very important. Evaluation could have been better. It's my remarks. Probably it's a lack of time, I'm just assuming. But the good things are, friends, the lots of keywords. This person has talked about all theories and concepts, integration with the case study, financial methods were there, non-financial methods were there, diagrams was there. We could find Mr. Maslow, we could find Mr. Taylor, we could find Mr. Theory X and Theory Y. Okay, and this is why this person has got a grade A, 17 out of 20. Probably this person would get an 18, given the fact that if he or she wrote a good evaluation. But this is good. Excellent analysis, motivational tools were there, clear definition of motivation was there. Okay, so this question is about motivation. So start, what is motivation? And then go ahead. Okay, so that was there. Theories were there. Okay, financial methods, non-financial methods, and theories, everything were there. Implicit evaluation throughout this. So the problem was in the evaluation. So if you have a look at the evaluation, workers will not be able to reach job satisfaction. Might No, it doesn't make sense. So this person could have talked about, there's so many things. However, for some people, money is important. So you have to think about piece rate, you have to think about salary, you have to think about payment options that works for people. But then there are some people who are motivated by non-financial methods like job enlargement, like training. Those are the things we need to remember. And then we also have theories that will help us to motivate employees, like Maslow's theory, who's talked about the 5 stages, okay, 5 key principles. And we also have Taylor's theory. There are employees who are just motivated by money. Okay, and there you go. I think evaluation should be like that. But this is why this person did not include a good evaluation, and this is why this person got less. Okay, but yeah, it was a good answer, a very good answer. So this is your model answer for if you want to do well, if you want to get A. Now, now, so in paper one, we looked, there was a demonstration on writing a 3 mark answer, a 2 mark answer, and a 5 mark answer. I've made some mistakes here, silly mistake. Okay. And then there was a demonstration on writing a 8 mark answer, a 12 mark answer, and a 20 mark answer. Again, there's a mistake. I need to correct this. Right? So you know how to write a 2 marks answer, a 3 marks answer. You know how to write a 5 mark answer, a 8 mark answer, 12, and a 20 mark answer. This is great. Now you can do paper two. You can do paper three as well. Okay. Oh, it's here. It's here. Excellent. Okay. And so now, if you ask me that what are the key ingredients of writing a good answer, I would say the key ingredients of writing a good answer is think about keywords. You need to have keywords. Not only keywords, you need to connect them and explain them. You need to talk about concepts and theories. We've seen generalization does not work. If you talk about something, how, why, when, all those concepts and theories has to come. Okay, like you know, job enlargement and job satisfaction and training and Maslow's theory. All those theories needs to come, and then you need to unpack them and talk about them, explore different opinions that this person has said. This Taylor mentioned this, but Maslow talked about this. You can highlight the advantages and disadvantages. You could discuss problems, and then you can come up with, okay, these are the problems, but then you can come up with recommendations. You can come up with solutions. You could come up with applications and examples, diagrams. You could stick in a formula. Okay, like for example, let's say they're talking about current ratio or acid test ratio or break even point. Draw the diagram and put the formula in. It doesn't harm you. And then you need to have evaluation and think about the four assessment objective. Start with defining the concept, knowledge and understanding, AO1. And then what you do is you provide an example, and then analysis, and then evaluation. Great. We have successfully finished the workshop. It's a two-part session. Um, Thank you very much for being patient. Sorry, I had a bit of cold. That's why I'm just a little bit sick, not so much. But I thoroughly enjoyed teaching everyone. Thank you very much. Please, if you haven't liked our page, YouTube page, subscribe it right now. We have lots of plenty videos for free, absolutely for free. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and that's it. You can also like our Facebook page. We have lots of free educational content. Thank you very much. I will be back again soon with something new and with something different. Thank you.